Yeah, now it's on.
Okay, thank you. I will make them speak loudly, but I understand.
You know, the thing is the microphone. Oh, I don't get within an inch of the microphone. It doesn't. Right. I feel like I'm swallowing. Yeah, a person.
No, I mean, some of the things. You want to go answer. Good time. Okay. That's the year, Michael? No. Yes. Exactly.
Hello, hello.
You know when we're ready.
We're ready.
I'd like to call to order the Village of Biscayne Park Code Compliance Board meeting of Wednesday, March 18th. The time is now clock.
Feedback.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, if the clerk would please call the roll.
Janie Anderson,
Here.
Dale Blinton,
Present.
Rodolfo Barrientos, Judy Hammerberg, Michael Lenard, Doreen C. Grant, Rafael Gutierrez, Vanessa Cherry present.
Good evening once again. This is a meeting of the Village of Biscayne Park Code Compliance Board. The board is authorized pursuant to Chapter 14 of the Village's Land Development Code to ensure compliance with the village's Code of Ordinances. The members of the board are citizens and residents of the Village of Biscayne Park. We volunteer our time and are not paid for our service. The purpose of each hearing is to give any alleged violators the opportunity to contest the decision of the code compliance officer, which resulted in the issuance of a notice of violation, and to determine whether a violation of the village's code has occurred or is occurring. We are not authorized to dismiss violations based on hardship, ignorance, or the fact that others may be guilty of the same violation. These hearings are conducted in a quasi-judicial manner. Our responsibility is to act much like a judge in a court, and that is to hear cases presented by the village's code compliance officers and to hear contradictory arguments presented by the alleged violators. We are not authorized to change the code. Village Commission is solely authorized to enact or revise codes. Conversely, neither the commission nor the village manager have the authority to overrule the findings of the board. Pursuant to Chapter 162 Florida statutes, orders of the board can only be appealed to the Circuit Court of Miami-Dade County. We have the authority to assess and order payment of civil penalties, to issue orders having the force of law, to command whatever steps are necessary to bring a violation into compliance, and to assess administrative costs. In order to make a finding upholding the code compliance officer's decision, we must find that there is substantial competent evidence that the named violator was responsible for a violation of the relevant code as charged. All documentary evidence presented by the parties must be submitted for placement in the hearing file. No documentary evidence will be considered unless the alleged violator or code compliance officer submits a copy for the hearing file. Each party shall have the right to call and examine witnesses, to introduce exhibits, to cross-examine opposing witnesses on any matter relevant to the issues, even though that matter was not covered in direct examination, to impeach any witness regardless of which party first called them to testify, and to rebut the evidence against them. If you intend to address the board and haven't signed in, please do. Anyone wishing to address the board, please stand and raise your right hand so you may be sworn in. You're reminded this board is a quasi-judicial board, and giving false testimony can be penalized. So anyone wanting to speak, please stand to be sworn in.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
No, I will. I just want to say, for the record, board member Michael Lenard is present. Are there any additions, deletions, or changes to the agenda?
No additions.
We do have one. We need to vote on Rodolfo's absence
Yep.
last month, but let's put that at the end,
Okay.
just before discussion.
Sure.
Okay, when you're ready, please call your first case.
Good evening. My name is Doreen Grant. I'm the co-director of the Village of Biscayne Park. The first case on the agenda is from Old Business, and it's under Section 6, item number 6.2.
6.2.
6.2. The address is 717 Northeast 119th Street. It's for case number CE 25-25-0582. Paola Amaglio and Jermaine Mule. This case is here for an intent to lien in the amount of $500. They were found to be in violation of Section 8.4.3.1F, property maintenance. Violation is now in compliance. I'm happy to report. However, they haven't paid the fines. We have since filed an affidavit of noncompliance, and we have been in touch with the violator.
Any questions from the board? Sir, if you would introduce yourself and your relationship to the property?
My name is Paolo Ameglio. I'm the owner of the property. Spoke yesterday to Mr. Gutierrez Rafael, who was very helpful in explaining to me what was going on. I called the office multiple times, the last of which being on December 10th, left a message, got no call back. When I spoke to Mr. Gutierrez, he asked me if I emailed the office. And I said, no, but on the order of enforcement, there is no email. There's only a phone number given. So it was really the only way that I could have gotten in touch with you guys. When I called, I left a message saying that I had an appointment for the 23rd for the roof to be cleaned, which it was done. And here we are.
But the roof is in compliance, am I correct?
Violation is in compliance, yes.
The problem, sir, is the 2 fines are still outstanding.
Yeah,
I
but
understand you're in compliance, but you weren't at the time we heard the case.
both.
The $250 citation fine and the $250 administrative fine.
Well-
We're not in compliance at that point.
The compliance was supposed to be by January 13th, and the house was in compliance by the 23rd of December.
But it wasn't in compliance when you were given the notice of violation.
I understand, but when I was calling to inform you guys that I had an appointment for it, I received no call back and I repeatedly called. And there is no anything else on here other than a phone number to reach you guys on. There's no, hey, email us here or anything else. And I travel a lot for work. And obviously these meetings are held in the evening because everybody works. So, I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, you really wouldn't have been coming before the board with this. So, Village Hall, either via phone, email, or going to the office. But the notice of violation was in July 17th.
Correct, but
We didn't enter an order of enforcement until December 17th.
but
And it wasn't until after that time, that on December 23rd is when it was, clean.
Yeah.
So,
Between the 17th of July, sir, and when we finally heard the case in December, you had, it's at 5 months.
well, when the notice first came, I wasn't in town. And I was like I said, I travel extensively for my job. So when I realized what was going on, I got it taken care of. And the frustrating part for me is that the only way I could have gotten a hold of somebody other than coming here, which I can't, during business hours, it's very hard to do, is a phone call. Because it's the only thing that's provided in the things that are sent to me is a phone number.
So what happened when you called? Did you leave a message?
Yes, the phone call, the last message was a minute long.
Doreen, did you guys get a message?
And yesterday, just as a side note, yesterday when I first called and got a hold of somebody and asked about the process, the advice that was given to me was I should Google it. From our office,
Said-
correct. And then I finally got the phone number for Mr. Raphael, who was extremely helpful and polite and actually emailed me this yesterday. And, you know, I came to, that's why I'm here.
Well, I'm still waiting for the answer to my question, Doreen,
Question again?
which was he said he left like a voicemail, like a minute voicemail, and he never got a phone call back.
We would double check, when phone calls come in, we have 4 people that answer the phone. If any of those people didn't answer the phone, that's when it would go to voicemail.
The call was on December 10th at 4:14 and it lasted a minute.
Sorry, so Paul was when?
On December 10th, that was the last call I made
Notice of violation.
at 4:14 and it lasted a minute.
A notice of violation was given.
I'm saying to you, that was the last call I made. Because I'm not saying it was the only call I made. I'm just saying that's the last call I made. Because I had to go into my call logs to try to find the
Even
calls.
with the frustration sometimes we'll go through trying to reach people we need to reach, we're still talking 5 months.
Okay. Well, all right, what are my options at this point?
There is $500 outstanding in fines. It needs to be paid to avoid an intent to lien.
And if I receive a lien, what are my options? What happens? What are the repercussions of a lien?
That
I-
you
I-
have to discuss with your mortgage company, I suspect.
It's an encumbrance on your title.
So in 15 years, when I sell the house, I have to deal with a lien.
Whoever buys the house, if you don't pay, will have to pay that.
Okay.
And at the time, it may not be $500, it will have to be accruing interest at 18%.
That'll be 500 plus,
Plus the filing.
plus the filing fee, then plus an additional administrative fee. That's 250. So.
Well, it's a $250 fine plus a $250 administrative fee is what it says here,
Correct.
That's what you currently have.
right? And what's the administrative fee for? How much time does it take to do all of this?
50 covers staff postings, everything that goes into it. So it is a $500 outstanding fee.
Okay, but I understand what the fee, okay,
Your choice, if you want to put a lien on your home,
Mhm.
have the encumbrance, have whatever that may or may not do to your credit, that is absolutely,
it affects my credit as well, is what you're saying.
potentially, yes.
Potentially, or it does?
Yes.
So you don't know.
It's your risk.
So you're telling me that it goes against my credit, or you're telling me that it goes against my house?
You need to borrow, you need to take a loan.
Mhm.
It makes it much more difficult. Again, your choice.
Mhm.
It's your home.
Okay.
Your personal.
So I understand that there's a $250 fine. I understand what the fine is for. And if I'm paying an invoice, I should be able to know what I'm paying the other $250 for.
Explain that.
Well, I'd like a breakdown of it. I can ask for an itemized invoice, can't I?
I don't think.
Can't I? I mean, is that not
There
fair?
is not an itemized breakdown, sir.
Well, what's the rate per hour?
These are the 2 fines. And
Oh, it's 2 fines.
the administrative.
So the administrative fee is not a fee, it's a fine. That's what you just said.
Same word. The administrative fee and the citation fine.
So I have a fine for $250 and an administrative fee that you can't outline to me.
If I may, I believe you acknowledge you received the order of enforcement. In
Yeah.
there, it states what it is. It's a $250 fine that is assessed and administrative fee of $250. So
No,
it was going to be a daily fine if it hadn't been in compliance. Compliance wasn't met by January the 3rd. We avoided that by coming into compliance prior to that. Right now, we're at a $500 request to lien. Right now.
if it
if-
goes into leaning,
Yeah, if we go forward with the motion, then we would be, I would make a motion for an additional administrative fee for the processing of the documents there and the filing fee with the
So then you're saying it'd be more than $500 that the lien would be for?
yes.
Okay.
I don't know if you would like to, if you.
I just don't understand why I never got a
Make a
phone call
motion.
back.
Okay,
That's the only thing I'd like to know.
We explain.
Why I didn't get a phone call back is my question.
I can't answer that, sir.
Okay.
What I can do is with regards to what you're here for us today, you'd like to take up with the village manager, the code, director right over here, tomorrow or next week, by all means, please do. Once you call that 800 number, there are a number of numbers. It's 8998,000, I'm sorry. There are a number of numbers. One is for code. You can also ask for an operator.
I
And,
called,
zero-
yeah, it's
the
number
zero
one
will
for
get you
code.
there, and it goes to someone directly. So if nobody is available, you can leave a message. I cannot answer those questions, but I would like to make a motion, and I would like to give you an opportunity to pay. So in my motion, on case number CE-25-0582, that the property is now in compliance. There are outstanding fine and administrative costs totaling $500. Direct the village to move to file a lien, plus the administrative fee of $250 and the filing fee the applicable filing fees. Give the property owner until April 1st to pay or proceed with filing the lien.
A second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Nay.
Motion passes 5-0. So if you pay the 500,
Thank you for your time. You've been very informative.
You're
I
welcome.
really appreciate it.
no lien. If it's not paid by December.
Thank you for your time. Thank you.
Goes forward.
Is under section 8 of the agenda, fine reductions. And it's item number 8.1. It's for the address 11872 Griffin Boulevard. It's for case number CE 25-0426 for Jacqueline Marquet Runquist. They're asking for a fine reduction. Outstanding fine is $10,000, $10,750. They're offering $50. And we are recommending $500. And our recommendation is based on the fact that once they received the violation, they started working. They were able to get the permits and get this violation corrected within a short period of time. So we are recommending not 10%, we are recommending $500.
Because as I see it, this case did start with a courtesy notice
Yes.
before you went to the notice of violation. Then when we heard the case,
April 25th,
I'm sorry,
April 25th, 25.
and when we finally heard the case, we gave until October 7th
Right.
to obtain the permit. It looks like the permit was not applied for till 3 weeks after that.
Right, it was within the month they applied for the permit, and Jacqueline lives in another state, so it did take her some time, go back and
Right,
forth.
just kind of wanted to get the timeline
Yes.
out there. Any questions from the board?
No, I basically wrote out the same thing, going with the courtesy notice back on April 5th, and the first order of enforcement was entered on August the 6th with the compliance by October 8th.
Okay, sir, if you would.
Okay, my name's John Marquette. I'm representing my sister Jacqueline Marquette Runquist, who is here. But
The only reason
Yeah.
in this particular case, we're a little bit picky about it is the form very clearly says, because this is financial negotiation, that if the homeowner, which I'm assuming is.
yes, that's her. Did you want her to
lovely
speak?
lady sitting in the audience, they have to state that they've given you permission to do the negotiation.
I'm of course happy to comply with whatever. Yeah, sure,
You would, ma'am. Thank
absolutely.
you.
This is my sister Jacqueline Marquette
Yep.
Runquist, so I'll let her.
Yep, and I've talked to Vanessa and probably one or two of the other ones. And I will state in a really nice, respectful manner, people don't return phone calls. So just so you know.
Okay.
Okay, you can sit down.
Okay,
Oh, I'm
so,
not gonna sit down.
so we're here for the reduction, and I appreciate the consideration. But then we're also here because we, for some reason, have another violation, which is beyond my comprehension.
'Cause
We got a permit on a driveway in January, middle of January. We got notice that we're in violation again. I don't understand.
And we got an inspection that we passed
Yeah.
the inspection. So we didn't know there was anything till. So we don't know what for.
Did we hear the fine reduction first?
Okay,
Let's go with that.
There's nothing else before us besides
okay,
this.
so
I can
So there's some confusion, yeah, so maybe we got some notice, it doesn't seem to conform to our records, so maybe it's just a misunderstanding. Okay,
What we have to deal is with the fine reduction.
Right.
of course,
Case that
okay,
did back last
sure.
April.
okay, so well, the recommendation, I appreciate the consideration, so what do you need from me further?
I'm going to be perfectly honest, sir. As far as a new survey being needed, because your previous owner didn't leave one, unless surveys are less than a year old, you still would have needed a survey. I'm going through that right now.
It was a very difficult, sorry to interrupt, it was also very difficult to get at the time, because there was a tremendous amount of rain going for several weeks, we couldn't get anyone to come out and do it, and we discussed this when I was here before.
I'm going to say I'm not comfortable with a $50 offer because.
It's not $50, she said 500.
No, but you're offering 50.
Okay, sorry.
We don't
Okay,
negotiate.
all
that
right,
way.
sorry, I misunderstood.
With
Okay,
You, sir.
I apologize. Okay,
We have to vote up or down
Sure.
on what you propose to us.
okay, understood.
I'm not comfortable. As you see, our basic citation fine is $250. The time involved with staff in dealing with a case that's come back in front of us a couple of times and got a little bit lengthy. I would not be comfortable with $50.
So I think we need to vote on it.
Okay,
Okay. I will make a motion that we do not approve of the $50 offer.
Second,
And that's in case number 25-0426.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0.
Basically, we just denied the offer of $50.
You can make another. You can make another request. I can tell you from my standpoint, I know that there's others on the board that also historically have put a lot of credence into the recommendations of the
Mhm.
of the village of Doreen. I think that, what is that, 5%? Right? So that's less than 5% of what the amount is?
The usual recommendation is 10%. But considering that this driveways take a long time, the permit process and everything, and they did make an effort to do it within a shorter period of time. And
In reality, had that not occurred, your recommendation would have been
been
a little bit more than $1,000, right?
10,000.
okay.
Right. Okay.
So on our behalf, we sincerely appreciate the consideration and we accept that. If,
$500.
yes,
Um,
Go ahead.
All right.
Motion to accept.
Uh, I'll make a motion on case CE 25-0426 to accept the $500 offer from,
A second.
A motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any
we have a pay by date.
yeah, a pay by date. By April 1st. Yeah, you can't
the
be,
office? meeting.
well,
you've got to
but
take it at the,
we'll,
by April 1st.
Will April 1st work?
yes, I'll deliver the payment on your behalf.
Okay.
Yep. That's all. This is just a side note with regards to reductions for the audience and for anybody listening. That some of the criteria that we do look at when doing this is documentation, whether the property owner was cooperative during the process and all, whether there was extraordinary hardship, whether it is homesteaded, the number of days of the violation, whether a respondent is or the property owner is a repeat violator and has been before the board multiple times. And the total cost, the administrative cost to the village. So we're cooperating. We appreciate it.
Thank you. We appreciate the consideration.
Parking should only be on the driveway.
Okay,
versus where.
Is that what the issue, other issue is about?
I have no idea.
No idea either.
Yeah, I mean,
We've got it,
we got a notice in the window. I was just shocked, you
We
know.
did the work. You gave us a permit, so we don't know why we're here.
Oh, no, you're.
So
or-
You're here for the fine reduction.
You know, right, so for clarity, so listen, we understand the fine reduction, and which we, of course, we appreciate, but we were notified we had to show up because of our driveway wasn't in compliance.
So there was a courtesy notice issued first, and then there was a notice of violation after a period of time. And after the notice of violation, there was a period of time that passed that you had to comply.
But we had this violation 2 weeks ago. We've been in compliance since January 15th when we got our permit approved, my understanding.
It's the same violation. You
Okay.
didn't have another violation. This was a notice for you to come to this hearing.
Okay, so we've addressed everything then.
Yes, you
Okay,
have.
I understand. Thank you. We appreciate the consideration.
And if the payment isn't made before the 1st of April, then it goes back to the original fine.
Okay.
Understood. Thank you
Thank you.
so much. Good day.
The next case is section 6, and it's item number 6.12. It's for the address 12025 Northeast 8th Avenue. Case number CE 25-0592. This property is owned by Andrew and LaMiss Wilson. Intent to lien, $500 unpaid. They were found to be in violation of section 8.4.3.1F, property maintenance, exterior walls and awnings that needed to be cleaned and painted and/or painted.
My name is Andrew Wilson. It's my wife, Lamise Wilson. No worries.
If you would.
Okay.
Questions? Are they in compliance in terms of the actual citation violation?
There are pictures before you that show that they had made effort to paint the house. However, they could have done a better job, if I'm being honest, with the paint.
Appreciate
The
that.
awnings have been washed. Those are in compliance.
Thank you for the honesty on the painting job.
Still working on getting
We would call it a partial compliance.
Okay.
questions from the board.
No, because I do see where, it looks from the original pictures, I see where it's the base of the base of the home. And the upper parts of the home, it's, under the windowsills, yeah, it hasn't been done.
No. And I see. What?
And just for additional clarity, my apologies, for additional clarity. Okay.
I see the different total sheet.
And the reason we did that was if the board was happy with the photographs of compliance, we would have gone with the $500. But if the board sees non-compliance, then we would have to calculate the 250 daily fine, and that's what we would present to you.
And just so for clarity, this email exchange on September 11th, of 2025, the blue ink is yours and the red is his?
I believe so.
Pretty much mine. Any emails probably from me.
All right, where it says you didn't post it on my door and you had your administrator email it to my husband only, and where it says I absolutely did not post the notice at your door, I gave Officer Gutierrez clear instructions to not post on your property. Is that yours?
That was mine, yes.
So then you said the last time he was at your property, there was a problem when I visited your property. Your last words to me were, "Get out of my house" in a hostile manner.
Yes.
And who was that? Who said that?
I did.
Okay.
I did.
Okay.
I think we need to deal with the present. What is the board's feelings regarding the pictures that we're looking at?
I just don't see where compliance has been met. I see where there's an initial effort, because I do see around the meters and all, it appears that all of that has been painted.
May we speak now? May we say anything?
Sure, but I haven't finished, and I'll be finished in just 1 second. And then underneath, at the base of the foundation of the home, the same thing. It's,
Right.
it's not just from a splatter up. it's consistent all the way across. So the upper part and the lower part, and it's just been, looks like the middle part and around the, that, addition where the door is on the side of the house.
Yeah, I guess we can wait for the homeowners, but I'm just trying to figure out if it's still in progress or if this is done. Really,
When I'm looking at the pictures of the 11th, while there's obviously been an improvement, still not there in terms of compliance for what.
We're gonna be there very, very soon. I promise you, because we have a commitment to work on the house since we bought it in 2021, right, June? We've done the roof, we have new doors. I mean, we bought this house, it was in shambles. So we have done everything that we can. Now, what we're doing this year, and I'm so excited about that, is that we're gonna do the windows. So we're gonna take all the shutters out, and that's when the painting is gonna happen. It's gonna happen probably in this year. I've explained this so many times. I have so much passion for this house, and I want it to look like the best house ever.
I totally love seeing your enthusiasm.
I'm
We
very-
need that, but I've gotta remind you, ma'am, it also, things have to kind of be able to way to have conform so that the neighborhood is not looking at issues that have been existing now for many, many years. We're just trying to get this moved along,
Mhm.
whether it's more pressure washing would clean it off, whether you've got to go back in and paint a little more,
Okay.
but we really need it to move upward again. I don't want to diminish your enthusiasm.
Right.
No, I'm,
I appreciate
I'll
it.
be able to do that. We're too happy about it. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
That you are recognizing that I'm trying to fix the house, because in 2025, we did the roof. That was huge for us.
Oh, my God, yeah.
We did all the
Sweet.
doors. This is
Oh,
a
sweet.
triplex. It's not a small house, right? And I don't know if you guys, I'm sure you know the geography of Biscayne Park.
Oh, yeah.
Not that this is gonna stop me from doing anything to my house, but this is where I live. This is around where I live. I live next to dilapidated houses that have been there for 20 years. And you cannot give me
Is
a
that-
year?
is that-
That's not,
That's the one next to us?
We're,
Oh.
That's the bee house, and then there's that other one that I see from my window every day.
we're working on those too.
yeah, yeah.
doesn't make
that's North Miami, isn't it?
This game part, yeah, on the border.
It's so sad, and
Those homes are in litigation, so.
Yeah.
maybe-
which I understand, and it has nothing
I
to
know that doesn't make you feel any better. It
But
shouldn't.
if you can't give me a little bit of time when you see that I have done things. I haven't just bought this house in 2021 and I'm not doing anything. I'm
And
actively doing things and putting more money into it and trying to make it the best. Even though every single morning I wake up and look at the bee house, which I have bees everywhere and I have cats everywhere and I have roaches everywhere because of it. And then this one, which is the house besides us. Nobody sees what's happening to this house, but I do every single morning. And the reason why this lady was kicked out of my house is because the attitude, the disrespect. I let you into my house.
We just try to.
Yeah, let's not go there.
try to
Yeah,
fix it
yeah, I
too.
think you're right. Let's not go there.
Exactly. May I ask
It was mentioned.
may I ask a question?
Yes.
When do you think you could have this completed? Because like I said, it's a good effort.
Right.
But it still needs to, and if you have the code come by, they can show you what they're talking about, or we.
I would,
Any extra pictures, you can
if you
show them.
here's, I would
underneath and
appreciate
all.
that, yeah. I think
Um,
having him come down would be
Or,
good.
or you might have to go by the village to see pictures, because I need these, I'll be
Yep.
getting these.
Let me answer your question
Sure.
about when are we gonna do this? So we are in 2026. Okay, not to get personal or anything, but we're putting finance together. So we can do, how many,
35
we have
windows.
35 windows. We're talking to people about doing our windows. We have hurricane shutters. So how can I paint, right? And then take the hurricane shutters out and then do my windows and then paint again. I don't know how much money you guys think I have, but I'm
We want a
doing
time
this.
frame.
So what I'm asking, and I would have asked of, what's his name? The manager in September, when I want to meet with him, is give us time. Let's communicate. Let's not try to be like, here's a notice of this, here's a notice of this. Nothing that was sent from me in an email was ever recognized. I'm so sorry. I don't mean to be personal. I don't want to cry, but this is a little too much.
But you have
I'm
to
trying my best.
remember, Understandable, it is a very large home. It's significant financial outlay. But we're dealing with enough homes, let's face it, that are unfortunately in litigation,
Mm.
and religious hands are tied. We want to kind of encourage everybody else to step up the game a little bit. So
I sure am.
what,
I sure am.
What
I'm
are we
tr-
looking
what-
at time-wise?
what are we
We are-
looking at time-wise?
We are looking to be completely 100% honest. The windows will be done from now till probably when Christmas starts, just so, because the permits, all that. But now till the end of the year, this whole thing will be done.
But the fines are gonna continue to run.
Fines when I've done everything
Be-
I have.
Because, and I ran into this with my house. My house was a disaster when I bought it. And I was working on the inside, and I got a citation for the outside. And what they said was, basically, your neighbors don't want to look at your house looking like this anymore. And you need to take a little bit of time and money out of what you're doing. And I did touch-up work. I didn't paint the whole house.
Right.
I did touch-up work that made it look nice enough that the city was satisfied and it didn't break
I
the,
was trying not to do that, but just to slap on a Band-Aid. So I was trying to do a little bit better. I would appreciate Mr. Gutierrez's, if you were to stop by, maybe show me what we can take care of, and then I will more than happy be able to
Can
do
you
that.
Raphael?
And I
That would help me and help everyone else, I think.
add one thing, in September, I got the awning painted. I didn't just clean the awning. I didn't just slap. I got it painted. I paid $500 to have it painted, so I'm doing.
Sometimes even a Band-Aid.
Okay, so what do we need to do? Because I don't think a fine is.
That's got to stay in place for the moment, because when everything is done
Mhm.
and your palace is gorgeous, as I'm sure it's going to be,
Thank you.
there will be time for you to apply for a fine reduction. Now, this is where we have to be until we start seeing that progress.
And so just so we're totally clear, the initial courtesy notice that's usually sent out in the beginning was sent back out in October 2024, and it was specifically for the awning only. And then it went from the awning, it escalated. We got information about cleaning the roof, repairing the roof. It was for a different property, a picture of a different property on 10th Avenue, I believe, or 8th Avenue. It was a different address with, we have too much garbage on the roof when we just done the whole roof. So there was a whole mix up in that. And then several back-to-back violations, which had still the roof violation, roof of every building and structure shall be maintained in a waterproof condition. We had the newest roof on the block in 2025. And so to get that down the road, to go from a courtesy notice escalation from an awning to now a lien on a property seems a little excessive. Yeah, that's all right.
Okay.
No
It
problem.
looks like we are at the point where it's the painting.
That's what I want to ask.
Happy to do.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
So, Raphael, is this, in your opinion, will pressure cleaning do any good to resolve the issue that's currently still outstanding? No. So it needs to have.
Band-Aid.
Okay. Okay. If you could, if you can show me the areas, please.
Can you have it, painted in 60 days?
You want us to paint the house in 60 days?
Well, you've already partially painted
Or
it.
paint what he sees as,
Band-Aid is we're calling it.
right.
okay?
I will make my best efforts to do that with Mr. Gutierrez's help and,
Good idea.
yeah, okay, absolutely.
And if you go to the paint store and you give them
I have it all ready and just in
Thank you.
case, yes.
an accurate of what the faded out paint is, they
Mhm.
can usually match up to that
Okay,
rather than going, if you go with the original paint, it's going to be bright, or if you
Very good.
go with
That's
the
right.
new paint, it'll go bright. But if you can get them an accurate chip of the paint,
Mhm,
they can usually do a color match to that
that's true.
so that you can get something that's very, very similar and won't
Okay.
stick out.
I want to be careful with the chipping of any building, because if you guys see that, then I'm gonna get another little. a little
Yeah.
okay.
Now, you can get it like at the
Right, understood, that's right.
very lower levels.
So,
Just making light.
I wish we would get a little bit more than 60 days, if it's possible.
What do you think?
well, like you normally do. Well, what I'd like to do is go ahead and if they're, well, what I'd like to do is do what we've done on the previous case, which is to stop the daily fine, right now. Only, it's already up to 10,000 something if it's not, brought into compliance within. Yes.
A daily fine?
You have a daily fine going on. Because the order of enforcement was to have everything done by February the 5th.
Really, honestly, what you're seeing there might be even a mistake because the village issues his notice of violation for people and gives it and says things that are not true. Like if I made this notice of violation, right?
You had
that was
I don't
on
mean to
July
interrupt, right, but you should have received the order of enforcement that was signed on January the 21st of 2020. There, it did say that there was a $250 fine, $250.
We did see that, yes.
And complied by February the 4th.
And that's when and that's when the pictures were sent and I took the pictures. And then unfortunately, there was no communication back. I know you guys might have been busy, whatever the problem was. And then we get the notice to appear for lien. So there was I would have hoped to have this conversation in between, but yeah.
You did take the
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
Sometimes it's a help for all of us.
At least you guys are good and nice.
To have the back and forth.
Right, right. And
So-
the respect for each other.
So with that, I would like to go ahead and make a motion
Mhm.
on case number CE-25-0592, that we stay the daily, we stay it. We just hold it. It's in abeyance
It's got it.
for, we're in agreement to 60 or 90 days,
Mhm.
90 days?
Appreciate it.
90 days to bring the property into compliance and advise the code officers.
Okay.
So the code officer is going to tell us exactly what to do? Is that what it
And,
is?
and if not, to resume the daily fine, retro back till today. So 90 days,
Mhm.
get property into compliance,
Sounds good.
and then,
Come back and,
once all that's done and, the code will bring it back, you'd let them know. And they'll, then you can ask for a fine reduction.
Okay.
Once it's brought into compliance. But right now, it's,
fair enough.
accrued daily fines up until today.
One of the things that I would recommend, because when you come for a fine reduction, we're going to look over to Doreen and we're going to ask what her recommendation is. And one of the things that we take into account is the cooperation between the two. And what I'm seeing in the file is far from cooperation. So from this point forward, that's what I'll be looking at in terms of determining the fine reduction. So hopefully with Mr. Gutierrez and with this grant, we can bring it into compliance and you're coming back and we take a fresh look at it. Okay?
And I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0. And I want to thank both of you very much.
Thank you.
Coming in. It makes such a difference because we can't answer, nobody can answer for you. We really needed you here for this input. Thank you.
I appreciate it. Yeah, thanks for the time.
Not.
Yeah. Understood.
Not that I don't want, I'm sorry, I didn't hear the last part. Not that I don't want.
Not that you didn't have other places you'd rather be.
Well, you know how it is.
But thank you.
Thank you so much.
Great property.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. It's gonna be amazing. Very soon.
Good luck, guys. Thank you. Have a nice evening.
The next item in old business is in section 6 of the agenda. It's item number 6.1 for 670 Northeast 119th Street. It's for case number CEN-23-454, Timothy Kelly. This is a progress report for a driveway.
Hello. Hello, sir. How are you?
Good, good.
I'd like to mention that there is a driveway permit in the system that's been applied for, but it's incomplete.
Basically, it's a 10 by 10, about. We got the survey.
No final, I'm sorry, there's no issued permit.
No. However, they have been in touch. We have been working with them and getting updates from Mr. Timothy, who has a very severe medical hardship. And his son and daughter have been coming in and updating us. Mr. Timothy isn't doing very well and I'm glad that he's here today to speak for himself.
I can speak. Okay,
No, I'm glad to see you here, sir.
okay, thank you.
Yes,
All right, it's basically a 10 by 10 part of the end of the driveway that I have to have concrete poured. So I had a delay, of course, but I'm going to be doing it this week. All I need to do is to submit and get a permit. I've already got a survey.
Permit first.
Yeah, but I had to get the survey first.
Right.
So I had to save my money for the survey, then I'll get the permit this week and we'll do it. Okay?
Can we just, I'd like to make a motion to, on case number C, if you have nothing else to say, in case number CE -23-454, that, we, reset for a progress report and, to have to go for a permit for the thing and.
Yeah,
and
because you'll have to
90
go,
days. Yeah, to have a permit issued, by June the 18th.
that will give you several planning and zoning meetings, sir, if you have to go. Give you time then to pay for the permit. Because remember, if what we're really looking for is to guide you toward compliance, just getting the permit is a big start. Because you'll have 6 months to install the driveway once you get the permit. So you will have until June 18th
Okay,
to obtain a permit.
okay.
Okay?
I
And
should have it
And
this week.
If
no problem.
not, sorry, guys, but a $250 per day fine.
I understand.
If, there are any complications, you should notify the code officers and all, and request an extension if.
Okay, I don't think there'll be any problem.
With the process.
Okay, once I get the permit, I'll be doing it.
But the code officers
Shut up.
will keep us appraised of what's going on. So keep in touch with the code officers. They will keep us appraised.
Yeah, Rafe.
again, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes 5-0. Thank you, Mr. Kelly.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you so much.
You too.
Two.
Next item is a new business, section 7 of the agenda, and it's item number 7.1. It's for the address 685 Northeast 119th Street. It's for case number CE-26-0061. This is for Barbara Grabenweger.
It's okay.
I tried.
I know.
We're asking for an order of enforcement found to be in violation of 16.14. Oh, we are not asking for an order of enforcement. I apologize for that. We were going to ask for an order of enforcement. However,
I think we.
Ms. Barbara had 24 hours to apply for a permit. Unfortunately, our system didn't save her application, so we were not able to see it. She did, however, bring evidence, which was satisfactory to us that she did make that.
Fine, the day she got the notice. So.
Well,
Well, because it's a mechanical permit, she has 24 hours in which to apply for a permit. She's allowed to install an AC unit without being charged the double fee permit. And she did it within the 20.
That's something any of us knew.
yeah, so by Florida
By
law,
Florida
you have
law.
24 hours because AC is needed. Yeah. And my elderly mother was with me too. So it's not like, and we waited the whole weekend plus holiday. Of course, it breaks on a holiday
Oh.
weekend.
Right,
So,
President's Day weekend.
yeah. So on the 17th, we got it installed. I think Vanessa, you came by, right?
I did.
Yeah. Oh, you did. Exactly. But on that day I called, we put everything in. The next day, then it actually went in when we had everything on there. Yeah.
Permit issued and-
So it's-
Everything is fine. We're asking for a dismissal of this case.
My motion,
All right.
motion in case, I'm sorry, do you already have any questions? My motion in case number CE 26-0061 is that we dismiss the case.
I'll second.
Thank
All
you.
in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes 5-0. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Is
no,
the second Judy or
Judy?
Judy? Thank you.
thank you.
So where's your accent from? Austria. In South Africa, okay.
Look over here. South African too.
Sound.
I was born in Zambia. We have to talk. I'll pass by. I'm South African too. Oops.
Good evening.
Good night, guys.
Yeah, you. Friends in Namibia. Friends in Namibia.
That is a very good thing to know that you have to reinstall an air conditioner. You do have.
They do have
24
24 hours.
You think about it, yeah, in South Florida.
With septic, you also have a leeway like that.
Yes.
You can take care of it and then get the permit and after the fact.
Learn something new.
We do have someone on Zoom, so I'll go ahead and call that case. It's in section 6 and it's item number 6.7. It's the address 1210 Northeast 120th Terrace, case number CE 25-0687. Property owner L&A Northeast Properties, Inc., Anthony Wright, in care of the registered agent Jeffrey Feinberg. This is an intent to lien, found to be in violation of section 8.4.3.1 F, property maintenance for a roof that was observed to have discoloration and some loose tiles. I'd like to mention that this property is non-homesteaded. Mr. Anthony Wright is on Zoom.
And during the pictures that are taken that show the back of the house, is that visible from the street? Just so those
Raphael,
taken from?
the question is,
Where those pictures were taken of the back of the property, were those pictures taken from the street?
are the pictures visible, is the roof visible from the street? The pictures that we.
It appears so. I just want to make sure. Okay, so you took these photographs from the street, of the front street and the back street? Okay.
Hello? Property owner at all?
He's on Zoom.
Yeah, but before we get to the property owner, was there any previous contact with the village during this period from from August of 2025?
Absolutely, he's been in touch with Raphael.
Well, that was since the order of enforcement, because I see we have an order of enforcement. So it was after the order of enforcement that there's been contact, and where are we now?
Raphael.
After the order of enforcement, I just started having contact with him today. Today I spoke with him,
Since the order.
but I believe there was another communication prior to this. Was it an email or something? Right? Yes.
Has he been sworn in?
Hello,
I remember.
can you hear me?
And
Okay, good evening. Thank you very much for your time.
Sir, I'm sorry, we need to swear you in, please, sir.
Sure, no
Would
problem.
Raise your right hand.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
thank you.
Yes, we did get a violation after the tenant sent me the document. I live out of state and I have my mom was a 84-year-old with mental deficiency. And so we're part owners of the property. I'm representing both of us at the same time. I did talk to Mr. Raphael and we talked about getting a contractor out to paint the roof and take care of it. And I did contact someone. I assume that they had.
Sir, I apologize. I'm going to interrupt you a second. I will be honest and admit to hearing issues. So if I could ask you to speak up a bit, please.
Sure.
Thank you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Yes, no problem. I did, after getting a notice of, from the code enforcement, I did speak with Mr. Raphael about some options that we had. And one of them is to get the place painted and get the tiles removed. I did pay someone to do that and thought it was done. I paid the person and it wasn't done. I live out of state and I have my mom who's an 84-year-old lady that I used to live in Florida that I took with me back across country. And we've been trying to get back over in Florida ever since. And there's always something, but after I spoke with him, I looked into getting a roof, what's wrong with the roof and if we can get it repaired or replaced. We did the repair job on it, and that's why the tile was piled on it. I then talked to the contractor about removing the pile and taking them away. I paid for that, thought that was done, and he was supposed to come back and paint the roof, wash and paint the roof, and it did not come back. As of yesterday, all the loose tile were taken down and removed out of the property. I did contact someone Monday, and they told me it was raining and that they would come and paint the property. The price I get to replace the roof was between $41,000 and $49,000. I just don't have that kind of money sitting around. I did, since the initial contact with Mr. Raphael, managed to save up to $20,000. So we have half the money set aside, and we're hoping to save the next. As you all know, living in Biscayne, taxes were pretty high, so we had to make sure we get that taken care of in November, December. What I'm asking you for is for some leniency and understanding that this is a huge chunk of money to come up with at one point. I'm not sure if there's a lien on that property right now, but whatever it is, I'm not here to argue with you. The roof is bad and we need to make sure it's fixed. What I'm asking for is some understanding from a person who is a citizen in the community for, I think we own the property since 1994, and we've always been good steward of the community. And we just hit a bad patch right now with family health issue and people we're paying to do the work that's not following through. In terms of our finance, why we get to this point, the person was living there. We have one family member and one person living there, and they're delinquent in the payment, and we're trying to work through that. That is my issue from the financial point, but it does impact how well we pay for our finances. I'm asking for you to give me until May, which is less than 90 days, to come up with the rest of the money so we can get the property back, repair, painted, and be a part of the community.
Sir, are you comfortable that if we would give you 90 days, that would take it out to June 15th, that you could obtain your permit and get your contractor in place by then?
I will get it done before that. I'll be happy to if I have to fly from where I am and come on and get the permit myself, I will definitely get it done. Yes, I don't like being in this position. It's not, over the 9 years that we have owned the property, we have not come to in front of the board for anything. So we've been good steward. And yes, the short answer is yes.
I just have a question for clarification, because I think we're talking about two things. Number one, you mentioned about having the roof repaired and painted, and then you mentioned about having it replaced. Is it your contention that you're planning to have the roof painted and repaired and painted? Is that why you're saying you could have that done by May? Or you're planning to have it, the roof replaced? If so, then I would suggest that you, with what Ms. Anderson said, a compliance date of sometime in mid June. So what is it that you're actually requesting? Repair and paint, or new roof?
The roof is in bad shape, and I listened to the previous homeowners and what you're saying, and aesthetically, it needs to be painted. That's just what do you call it, a Band-Aid for now. The replacement will be for the 90 days. So
yeah, Band-Aids on roofs normally don't work.
No, I'm saying the roof looks bad. We will wash it and paint it, but we will replace the entire roof by May.
No, you mean, well, I would suggest that because you have a permitting process and there's a little delay, so I would suggest we'll give you more time for that. If you're stating that you plan to have it replaced.
It will be replaced. It must be replaced. Yes.
Then there's, if you're going to be replacing it by May, there's no need to paint and repair it before then. Just do it all in one fell swoop.
It looks pretty bad. I saw a picture of it from the front, and I appreciate your generosity. I am going to accept the extended time to replace it, but in the meantime, just not to be stuck out like a sore thumb, I already have someone that I'm going to be paid to paint it. So it will at least look acceptable, but it will be replaced. That is yes.
I also recommend if you contact Mr. Gutierrez
Yes.
before you finish paying people, he can check and take a look and see if the work that you paid for is being done. Or you can contact if it's a full permit for the building official. They should be able to tell you whether it's in compliance or not if you're going to redo the roof completely.
Thank you. Yes, well, I'll do that. I have his contact and his phone number. We chatted today for a little bit about the next step, and yes, we appreciate it.
Since I understand it,
Man, I was gonna say, if I may make a motion, because I would make a motion, a twofold one. Number one, given, to put and stay the daily fine, given the property owner says he will have it painted by mid-May, May the 15th. And then have it, so my motion would be on case number CE-25-0687 to stay the daily fine of $250, to allow the property owner to have the roof cleaned and painted by May the 15th. If not, the daily fine will resume, retro back to today. And, well, no. Yes, it will. And then the property owner has indicated, well, there's no need to go any further, because if you don't do that, it's up to him whether he wants to have it repaired. after
right,
that.
exactly. Sir, I want to make sure we do understand you. You still intend ahead of replacement to repair and paint the roof?
Yes, we need to get it painted, yes. It's
Just
not.
want to make sure we got it correct, sir.
So I
Thank
want to
you.
make sure if it's clear that
And-
just to be clear, the roofer that I had initially got on there said, doesn't make sense for us to put a tile back on if we're going to replace the roof because it needs replacing. So the it's like repairing something that's spending money, putting good money after bad. So the roof need to be repaired, and I'm asking for the extended time to get it replaced. Replaced.
Sir,
Yes,
if
ma'am.
you make the property look up to code,
Yes.
we're fine with that.
Okay.
If you then decide, because if it falls back in disrepair after this, then you would get another citation.
Okay.
But right now, we're just holding off, giving you till May the 15th to come and
Okay.
bring it up to code.
Okay.
You would then
And-
once that's done, if you choose to bring it before us requesting a fine reduction, you could get with the village on how to do that.
What is the fine reduction at this point, sir?
No, you.
What's the
you need to
fine? What's
come-
the fine now?
Well, right now, you're up to $12,000.
So, but after a project comes into compliance and is finalized, you have every right to come back and request a fine reduction, sir.
So I heard that another gentleman was talking about a lien on the property. Will a lien be put on the property?
Not right now,
Now, not by the village.
Okay.
oh, yes,
Somebody else
yes.
doesn't.
Pardon?
Can't guarantee there isn't something else, but not by the village.
No, not right now, but
Okay.
if you don't come into compliance by May the 15th, the daily fine will revert back to today.
Okay.
And we'd request that the village move forward with placing the lien.
And if I get the place washed and painted, how soon could I come back and talk about the fine that's there? If I get it done next week,
Once you're getting compliance, you speak with the code officers.
Yes.
And the village rather, and ask for a fine reduction, but you have to be in compliance. So once you've painted it and brought it into compliance, make sure that you call the village so they can file an affidavit of compliance, meaning that you've brought it into good order.
okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very, very much for your time and your patience and your explanation. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome, sir. So right now it's you're at $12,000. If you don't bring it into compliance by May the 15th, then it'll revert back. Your daily fine will revert back to the day. So it'll be 12,000 plus a daily fine up until moving forward, and the village would then take steps to place a lien.
If I don't pay the fine, right?
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
If you don't come into compliance, sir,
Yes.
if you don't fix the roof and make it look nicer.
Yes.
Once he cleans and paints, if he does, can he come for a fine reduction or?
Yeah. If it's brought up to code, yes. All
Okay.
right?
Do we take the vote?
Once
Okay.
you,
Got a first and a second.
okay. Oh. I'll second. I thought I did too. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 5-0. Vanessa, did you get that or shall we repeat it?
Okay.
Thank
So
you. Go ahead.
It is pretty simple.
Yes.
We're staying the daily fine
Okay.
as of today. The property is to come into compliance by May the 15th. If not, the village is directed to proceed with filing the fine is to revert back to today, and the village is directed to proceed with filing the lien and the applicable filing fees and administrative.
Okay.
fees.
And compliance means cleaning, painting, repairing the roof.
He can do whatever. He can replace it by then if he wants.
But
No,
but at
let's just
minimum,
say.
clean it and paint it. That's minimum.
What compliance means.
Raphael, speak out, please.
In my opinion, the roof needs to be repaired, replaced. Yeah, if he proceeds to repair it, then he needs to pull a permit because the extent of the damage on the roof will require a permit. So when he comes.
By
wa-
repairing, not just washing and
No,
painting.
no, it needs to be repair or replace.
So are you clear in that it's not just a matter of cleaning and painting,
Okay.
but it's
So
gotta
can-
be either repaired or fully replaced?
Can I get an extension on that? Because I need to come up with an additional $20,000 between now and May 15
And
to.
that's what I thought we were getting
Well,
off track.
the reason I did it the way I did is because of the testimony that that the back part had already been repaired and it just hadn't been painted.
It
There were
has.
loose tiles.
You can
it-
see on
Yeah, the
March
back.
15th.
The back has been repaired and the tile has been removed off the property.
Yeah,
So there's no leakage or anything there. The front needs to be painted because it's brown or black or mildewed.
There's
Whole sections of tiles missing.
Because the tiles were taken off to repair I'm not a roofer, whatever the main membrane is to stop any leakage.
We can revisit the case, at the May hearing and see where he's at. The order is clear. If they don't comply, you can remove the clean and paint. We don't have to put that in the order. He can just come into compliance by May 15. If not, the fine reverts. However, he can ask for an extension on the May 15 deadline.
you're okay with the motion? It looks
Absolutely.
Good.
Mhm.
Okay.
And
So-
Mr. Wright, you understand, please keep in touch with our code people, because if you need more time, they can grant you that.
Great. So mainly by no later than May 15, get it all painted and clean, and then we figure out the money to replace the whole thing. That's what we're at. Minimum? Is that what I'm hearing, please? Or should I contact code
You need-
enforcement?
What you heard, what my order was to come into compliance. Compliance
Yes.
can mean a number of things. If the roof needs to be repaired, you need to take steps to have it repaired or replaced. That may require a permit.
Permit.
If that's the
Yeah.
case, you're going to need to ask for an extension.
Okay,
The testimony of from what not the testimony, from what I'm hearing from the code officer is that the roof
You need a
most likely needs a replacement
okay,
more than repair or painted. So,
okay.
you may want to go ahead and start your actions.
Permit.
I mean, to have it done, and if you can't get it, approved by May the 15th, request an extension.
Okay, great.
They're
All
very
right,
critical that you stay in touch with the code staff.
I will.
If you need to come back on our May meeting to ask for an extension, please do so.
I will. Thank you. I appreciate it.
The communication part's really critical. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Mr. Wright.
Yes, have a good day.
apologize for making it a little convoluted, but
Please,
Did good. Yeah.
we're trying to.
yeah,
it-
mainly because of the prior one we had stayed, and I just wanted to be consistent tonight, but I don't want to set a precedence for saying daily fines.
But in the cases we've heard tonight, I think you put forward exactly the right thing. We had to. At some point, you got to kind of stop. They're trying to move forward.
This one.
Okay, next.
Thank you, Mr. Wright.
Thank you very much. Have a good day. Appreciate your time.
Next item is in section 6, and it's 6.3. Address is 767 Northeast 114th Street. It's for case number CEN-23-284. Property owner is 767 Northeast 114th Street LLC, in care of their registered agent, Randall Anglin. We are asking the board to reinstate the original order of enforcement and the daily fine retroactively. This is because Mr. Anglin appeared before this board, and he was, you stopped the fines from running on May 27. At that time, the total fines were at $98,250. He did apply for the permit, but the permit has since expired and the driveway has not been installed. So we are asking that these fines be reinstated retroactively, and the order of enforcement be updated that way.
Has there been any communication with the property owner?
Yes, he actually sent in an email asking for more time, but I will leave that up to the board because this case has been on the books since 2023.
I'm not comfortable with more time because more time should have been asked for during time of the permit. Then he could have come in and said, well, I'm having a contractor problem or whatever. Not the permit is long expired and now no.
Well, no, I'm in agreement too, and if I were to make a motion, it would be to reinstate the fine retro back to 5/27/5 or to the date the permit expired. Because if we did say, I mean, if you pull the permit, when did the permit expire actually?
Yeah, to keep consistent
The
with
date
what
of
we've been
expiry.
doing, Gail, you're 100% right. It should go to the expiration.
Of the order.
We've been
Pardon?
doing it.
Well,
that's
someone saying what?
Sorry. Please, behind here. Let's see, they pulled it, bear with me.
The permit expired November 23rd, 2025, and I have to mention that we've already filed a lien on this property, even though the board stopped the fines on May 27.
And when you said that he contacted you to ask for more time, did he give a reason why he needed more time and it hasn't been done up to now?
It's an email that was passed around. He said he wasn't able to make it because he has a medical emergency in the family.
And how long was the permit in place for?
It was in place for 6 months, and
And it expired in November.
November, he has 180 days to be able to reinstate it. However, we are not sure if that's what he intends to do.
And this email was today at 2:32, and he said he had a very serious medical emergency, but he doesn't say whether it occurred over the course of the 6 months that the permit was in place or the approximately 4.5 to 5.5 months since it expired. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
And there was the whole 6 months of the permit, plus all the time since then, if he could have come back to you guys, come back on the agenda, we could have dealt with it, but only after getting the notice. No,
This one looks like a drag your feet. I have an issue with it.
but I do agree with Dale. I would not be comfortable going back to May, but in keeping consistent with how we're
Right.
doing things now, go back to the date after permit expiration.
So this email says that the reason, or at least if I'm reading it right, it indicates that he's not coming to tonight's meeting because of a serious emergency medically. And then he gives out what his plan is. Is that your understanding of it, Doreen?
Am I what?
Is your understanding that this email that was sent
Today?
to Vanessa and you were copied on at 2:32 was he was indicating that he was not coming tonight, and he indicated in the next paragraph that a close family member had a serious medical emergency. And he apologized for the short notice, but it was a recent occurrence. So, did he ask for a continuance, or is he just saying that he was not going to be able to attend? Because
No, he's just saying that he wouldn't be able to be here.
Regardless, I mean,
Doesn't change my
doesn't change my
opinion.
opinion, even though we may have a new, contractor,
Yeah.
if they get it done, then
We can,
come back to boys. Now, I guess there are issues to deal with the lien, but that can be easily adjusted, I would think.
Once there's compliance.
Well, if nothing else, I'd like to make a motion on case number CEN-23-284. Move to reinstate the daily fine retro to the date the permit expired of May the 23rd, 2025.
It's November.
November, I'm sorry, November the 23rd, 2025, with the daily fine of $250.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0.
Next item is in section 6, and it's 6.4 for the address 930 Northeast 119th Street, case number CE-25-0877 for Hubert Lejeune. We're asking for an intent to lien. They were found to be in violation of section 16.14.1 double fee permits. The detached garage on the property has been converted to a living space without first obtaining the required permits. Now, there was an order from this board to have the tenants vacated by the building official or declare the building unsafe. The tenants did vacate. I did the inspection myself, and the tenants are not there. However, we have no permits in the system to reconvert this back to a garage. So the violation is still open, it's still non-compliant, and the fine has run up to $7,250 as of today.
Any questions from the board? Ed?
If I may add, I have tried reaching Mr. Lejeune several occasions, and he's not returning my phone calls. I also spoke with his former property manager that she came and met with us, that she was going to handle these cases. I spoke with her today, and she said she's no longer involved.
Okay. If there are no further comments or questions from the board, in case CE 25-0877, the village should go ahead with processing the lien in the amount of
$7,250 as of
That-
May.
$7,250 as of today. The daily fine will continue to accrue an additional $250 admin fee, as well as the filing fees.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0.
Next case is for the same address and same property owner. It's case number CE-25-0878, intent to lien, found to be in violation of section 16.14.1 double fee permits. They installed high-impact windows and doors without first obtaining building permits.
Did they apply for an after-the-fact permit?
There are no permits in the system as of today.
And once again, they're not, the property owner is not responding to my phone calls.
And you attempted to contact him not only about the last violation, but also about this one?
Correct. Yeah, they've had quite a few violations, so I've been,
Are there tenants in the duplex?
yes, and this is a
Unhomesteaded property.
it's a non-homestead, but they're claiming homestead.
And when we last spoke with the former property manager, when she came to the office and sat with us and the building official, she mentioned that this property owner owns over 30 properties in Dade County. So he's a landlord who is aware of what he needs to do. And he just hasn't made any effort to comply.
Any questions or comments? In CE 25-0878, the village should go ahead with the intent to lien in the amount of, I did it again, thank you. $7,500 plus an additional $250 administrative fee and all filing fees.
And daily fine is to continue?
And daily fine to continue until compliance is met.
I second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0.
We'd like to add that we will inform the property appraiser's office of the homestead exemption being claimed on this property. Next item is 6.6. It's for the address 11505 Northeast 11th Place. New owner's name is RBI Mortgage LLC in care of their registered agent, Rosenberg Cummings. Actually, yes, Cummings PLLC. There are two cases that we had brought before the board for disclosure of all open and building cases to the new owner. This case just went through a foreclosure and has, the mortgage company is now the new owner. Our legal department advised that the liens that we filed on this property are no longer valid. However, the orders of enforcement are still valid. So we were hoping that they would attend the meeting tonight so that we could disclose the two open cases for a driveway that was installed without permits and a walkway that was installed without permits. Fines are up to, first case, $148,000, $250, and the other case is $52,500.
Can we refile on those?
We cannot file, unfortunately, these orders of enforcement. If we were able to disclose them to the new owners, we could ask for compliance and they could come and ask for reductions and maybe pay 10% to the village. However, we cannot file a lien on these properties. That would be, we
Foreclosure.
would have to reissue the violations and start over.
This is the one where the guy put in the little walkway from the front door in the driveway, and it was without a permit. He said, I'll just take it out, I'll take it out, and he never did?
That's correct.
Okay.
No permits in the system.
Nothing. And now the property has gone back to the mortgage company.
So we are really left with
Yes,
just
that,
letting it keep accrue and
yes.
bring it back to us next. Can we get it?
Hopefully they will reach out to us. We have lost the liens in the foreclosure.
Right, for it.
We'll keep the orders of enforcement on the files. Hopefully someone will reach out to us because without them reaching back out to us, we haven't given them any service. You know, they are not informed.
Right.
This is why this was important for us to disclose to the new owners.
At least last month, the new owner representative,
720
he zoomed in.
is aware.
So we were able to,
He has complied. Really, oh yes, they've done a good job cleaning up that property. Swimming pool cleaned and everything. Sorry, it's not on the docket, but we went.
Could we bring this back next month for disclosure?
Correct. We can do that next month. We'll try again to reach out to them and see if we can get in touch with
And
someone.
if not, if they don't show up, then could we refile?
We will reissue the violations to the new
we
owners.
should
Yes.
violations.
Yes, that's what I
But
meant.
not the
Okay.
liens. Do you need a motion on that?
This was a disclosure. You don't really have to do a motion.
Bring them back in, April,
You continue the case to next hearing
right.
cases. Motion to continue? Vanessa wants a motion to continue.
Make a motion on case number.
There
Uh,
are two.
There were no case numbers. We didn't include case numbers. We did, or they're in the package.
Oh, in the package.
Mhm.
All right, case number C-25-0355. Make a motion to continue the case for full disclosure till next.
There's one more.
And
Yeah.
CEN-24-213, continue to next month.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0.
The next four cases are 6.8, 6.9, 6.10, and 6.11. Address is 12010 Northeast 11th Place. First case number CE-25-0859. Property owners Brizo Fine LLC, in care of the registered agent Miami Accounting and Tax Services LLC. We are asking for an intent to lien. In the first case, they were found to be in violation of Section 18.5 construction fence requirements. The permit has expired and there are no development permits in the system, no demo permit, and the fine has run up to $7,500.
Any communication?
Yes. Raphael.
Yes, the property owner sent an email, this evening at 5:20, and he is, he's asking for a 30-day extension to allow us to complete all outstanding items in full compliance. He's asking for a 30 days extension. So if I can read the email, I can show it to you what he's saying. I said, dear directors and members of the board, I hope you're doing well. Over the past 6 months, we have been making every effort to address all notices of violations related to the property. Our original intention has been to proceed with demolition. However, we have experienced delays in obtaining the required permits. In the meantime, we have taken steps to improve and maintain the condition of the property. These efforts include clearing vegetation from the roof and pressure washing, cutting overgrown grass and weeds, and removing debris from the lot to keep it clean and orderly. Given these circumstances, we kindly request a 30-day extension to allow us to complete all outstanding items in full compliance with the City of Biscayne Park's requirements. We sincerely appreciate your time, understanding, and consideration of this request. Please let us know if the extension may be granted or if any additional information is needed. Respectfully, Sebastian Celentano.
Sort of work with all these cases at the same time. Does anybody mind?
No, I was going to suggest the same thing because I think
I'm going to ask everybody, I'm sorry, Joe. I'm going to ask you to take a look under agenda item 6.9. Take a look at the last picture and you tell me if effort's been made.
well,
That's why I put.
yeah, I understand, and it from what I'm hearing, no, it definitely hasn't been. Yes,
Can I, we do have the latest pictures that I took this afternoon that you guys don't have, so we can share that.
but meanwhile, I believe what I understand, he's just asking for a 30-day extension.
Right.
And if he doesn't meet, my motion would be to direct the village to allow a 30-day extension, and if no compliance or permit issued, to direct the village to
Let's
file a lien.
Let's see where our meeting is next month. Our meeting next month is the 15th. I would give him until April 14th so that we get it. No. Because I'd like it forward on, I'd like it so that he has to come back at that meeting.
Well, no, I mean, I would suggest that we go direct the village to move forward.
Okay, I
and
got you.
complete.
Skip the step. You're right.
I
You're
mean,
right.
there's
You're
no
right.
reason to come back because
No,
they
no.
haven't taken care
You're
of
right.
the issues
You're right.
by either having a demolition permit or resolving the outstanding issues
You're right.
just to proceed with the lien.
And that is really important what the member just said, because what the order of extension does, it wipes out whatever fines have run because it extends the compliance date. Remember,
Ooh.
so it's better to do it that way because we already have fines running on this case.
Right, continue with the fine.
Continue with the fines, let them comply, and then we can come back and ask for.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Different than I wasn't suggesting that we stay anything because that was different issues before. Right now, this is an ongoing thing
Yes.
and it has,
I apologize because I was half listening because I was looking at the picture. If we do an extension on that new form that we have to do, that effectively does what to the current fine?
It will wipe out the fines because what we have done with an order of extension is extended the compliance date from what we had in the
Mm.
order of enforcement to the dates that you are going to give.
That's what I
the
thought
order
you
of
said. That's what I thought I heard.
My motion, if I make one, would be to, my motion would, may I make the motion?
Yeah, go ahead for that case, yes.
On case number 25-0860, 25-0861,
859.
25-0859, 25-0860, 25-0861, and 25-0862. Direct the village, give the property owner until May the 15th to bring the properties, to comply with the order of enforcement. If not, direct, that's not an extension.
Yes, it
Direct,
is.
oh, that's.
It is an extension.
Doing that by
Oh.
pushing out the date.
Right.
We change, everything's gone. They start over.
Direct the
So you
village.
can deny the request for extension,
Okay,
and then the order of enforcement just stays the way it is.
okay. Thank you for clarifying that. Thank you, Janie, also, because I misunderstood. I thought we. Well, in those cases, the ones previously mentioned, to deny an order of,
Extension.
and to allow the, daily fines and order
Continue.
to remain in, as is. Yes,
Simply to deny
period.
the motion for extension.
And
Mhm.
the village may, request, no, you can bring it back to file for a motion.
We'll go ahead and, because we came for intent to lien, they requested, since you've denied the extension, we can go ahead and file this lien.
Okay.
When they're ready to come back after compliance, they can come back and ask for a reduction.
So the same is basically what we normally do. Okay, in the cases, and direct the village to move forward with filing the liens, plus the $250 administrative fee and filing fees on each of the previously mentioned cases.
I'll second. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0. Here's Raphael. Handed me that.
No, there's a. Yeah, we saw, let's do a little bit. No.
These are from today.
Yeah, we saw that.
The roof looks better. The front, as far as the front looks presentable, the grass and overgrown. It's just the inside the property where.
You need these back. You need these back.
Next case is item number 7.2. It's for the address 920 Northeast 108th Street. Case for case number CE-26-0028. Property owner is Ilan Hamami. We were going to ask for an order of enforcement in this case, which was continued from February 24, 26 for a medical hardship found to be in violation of Chapter 5.6.1A1 off-street parking. The property does not have an approved parking surface. Now, Mr. Hamani has reached out again and said, please present the letters that he has to show the board that he is still enduring a medical hardship, and it will be up to the board to continue this case again for a progress report or issue an order of enforcement with time to comply.
Bear with me. Order.
It's 7.2 for 920 Northeast 1.
Give it, no.
New business. 7-2. We seem to be getting conflicting information in terms of what the doctor said and what the gentleman said. And,
The doctor said the city should do his driveway for him.
well, that too. Forgetting that part, skipping that little detail. Have you spoken to this gentleman?
Yes, he's been to the village, and we have spoken with him, and he's called and emailed several times.
I mean, does he understand he's halfway there just by getting the permit. He will have 6 months after that, complete installation. I'm trying very hard, and I think we all are, to be empathetic, but as you saw at March's meeting, the commission and the manager are getting pushback from people who immediately upon getting noticed as to what was going to be required, did what they needed to do, put aside whatever issues they're dealing with, and got their driveways. And now they're still seeing a significant number of properties not in compliance, and they're starting to push back. So it's kind of a broad-based fairness issue. You know, everybody's got issues they're dealing with personally, but when people have come forward without even being cited, just with the initial notice of what they needed to do and gotten it done, and then they're looking at these things.
Yes, in fact, I just did a whole report on driveways that was sent to the commission. We have a list of properties that have driveway violations that have a lot of hardships. Now, while it's difficult for us to go and speak with a man like this who is enduring, battling life-threatening illness and tell him to install a drive, we have to follow the law, and we are bound by what the law expects of us. I mean, the only thing we can do is give them more time, but sometimes we have to rely on this board to allow us to.
This is going on, everybody got notice in what, 2022?
Right.
And
It's been
the
going
deadline on the ordinance actually was January of 2023, if I remember correctly.
And to be clear, in this particular violation, you'd mentioned it, but I don't think it's applicable to him. From what I've looked at in these various letters that he's made part of the public record, so I guess he's waived his HIPAA. It's not a life-threatening condition that he has.
That'd be a psycho.
It's psychotherapy. Yeah, it's.
He sent there's another letter in there where he says he's battling cancer.
Well, I see a letter from Mount Sinai that he's made part of the public record dated January 2026 that indicates he's a cancer survivor. But I don't see anything that he's got a life-threatening condition. And also for the record, and I don't know whether it really makes a difference one way or the other, but this February 9th, 2026 letter from a licensed medical health counselor is addressed to the North Bay Village, not to our village. So I don't know if he's got something else going on there, but this is not addressed to us. And then also for the record, the January 30th, 2026 Mount Sinai medical record that he's made part of the public record is not addressed to anybody other than city officials. I don't know if that's North Bay Village or
Let's
not.
use it up at the top, generic letter.
Oh, yeah, generic letter. There you go.
Oh, Lord.
So it's like,
I mean, I'm a cancer survivor too. So, how much,
It-
when was he, that's what I asked, when was he cited?
um,
I don't see.
The notice of
January 23rd.
I'm sorry, yes.
This year?
this year,
This year.
yeah.
So that's 3 years after he was supposed to have died.
Right, and his property is very unique, the way it sits. That's probably why it wasn't issued right away. Maybe at the time when I'm thinking at the time when we issued, he still had gravel on his parking surface, but now it's completely gone. This is over 50% deteriorated, so
You see this as a homesteaded,
he lives there.
Yeah.
lives on one side.
He lives on one side, he
Oh.
does.
But even at that, they're only supposed to homestead half of it.
Half.
No question, I'd like to make a motion, I'll start with you, Mr. In case number C-26-0028, that violation has occurred, assess a fine of $250, administrative fee of $250. Give the property owner until June the 18th of 2026 to have a fully issued permit, if not a $250 fine per day thereafter.
I'll second.
You, can we have discussion? Did you want to add, like we've been doing, work to be completed by the end of?
Yes, I do. I fully issued permit, I was thinking that cover it, but, and all work is to be completed by, the expiration of the permit
Yes.
date,
Mm-hmm.
if not a $250 per day fine. Yeah. So there's two dates.
Judy second?
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0.
Next case is 7.3. It's for the address 11308 Griffin Boulevard. It's for case number CE-25-0608 for Renata Kusiba and Pierre Iteprat. There's a progress report. Found to be in violation of section 8.4.3.1F, tarps on roof. Now, there's an email from an attorney. Did we include that email?
There's a public adjuster thing that says I'm the public adjuster helping the homeowner, but there's no name or any other information about that public adjuster.
It's
Correct.
the one in the pay does appear to have. No, it's the same thing.
You should have a reply from me.
Oh, okay, Kelly, yes, got it. The one we got today does show.
Yeah, my 7.3, was it changed or something? Because my 7.3 is about a large trash pile from the side of the property. Oh, shit. Oh,
2025.
No, what happened was, yeah, I got out and then had to go back in. Sorry about that.
Michael, he's looking at an agenda that's old.
No, it's, yeah, I went to the one above it. Sorry. 7.3. All right, I got it now.
So it's a similar case like the other one we've had where they have to go to court and so they can get the adjusters to pay for the roof. But it's an ongoing case. So this is a progress report. Do we have an order of enforcement? No, we don't have it. So this case just gets continued
Who,
up to the board.
who is the public adjuster, does it say?
There's a paralegal
Apparently.
attorney,
Didn't.
but there's no public adjuster listed.
So, has the property owner, other than sending these, progress report update, has property owner been in contact? Where are they? Are they in court?
Yes, he was here for the first hearing.
Except for the
He
first-
attended with the wife.
Where we had the order of enforcement,
Right.
back in September, 17th of 2025. We tabled until now.
Right.
And now they're saying, but,
Other than that letter, we haven't had any other
so we don't know
communication.
where it is, if they're actually in litigation or.
Are they on the docket?
Notice of violation was July 3rd.
But as
Yeah.
we learned with the case on 11th Place, and Michael was able to explain, these are cases that tend to, I guess, stay in limbo.
Yeah, no, well, if it's in a litigation, it could take years to resolve. That's the thing, because if it gets assigned to a judge and you get a calendar call, you're one of probably, 50, 60 cases. They can only try one case at a time. So it depends. You might have to get it continuous, but there is a push in Florida that requires the judges to get cases worked through the system within the standard track is 18 months, but they can go from 18 months up to, 2+ years as just a matter of getting through the litigation process to the point where you can go to trial. So but again, we don't have that information to know whether it's even been a filed case or if it's just a claim. So I don't,
I can reach out to them because they are right across Village Hall. I'll knock on the door and find out where they are, if they are in actual litigation or.
and get a case number, get the case number if it's them versus Citizens or, whatever insurance company is, and get the case number if it's, I assume it's filed in Miami-Dade County, then, you can look at the docket.
And maybe, let them know that they really should be at the hearing.
Yes.
Because the way I'm reading this is for them to provide a progress report, which they did.
Right.
Doesn't really say a lot.
Right.
Because, the next time we may make a different motion and
And
if
they're
we
not
don't get
here.
any
Well,
input from the property owner as to where are we and what's going on.
Okay.
example tonight was the couple from Eighth Avenue. Having them here and
Yeah.
having that back
Big
and
difference.
forth made a huge difference.
Makes a difference, absolutely.
Absolute difference. I know it's hard. I know nobody wants to be here, but sometimes it's necessary, and this isn't one of those sometimes.
Yes.
Well, I'd like to make a motion on case number CE-25-0608 to, table this until, and for a April progress report.
And a second, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0.
Next case, 7.4, for the address 11403 Northeast 8th Avenue. It's for case number CE-25-0929, Lavanta LLC, in care of their registered agent, Ernan Adonier. We are asking for an order of enforcement. They are actually non-compliant. They have not paid the landlord registration. Now, our code clerk thought they were compliant because they did have an application in the system. However, when she researched more, she found that they have not paid for the permit, so they are non-compliant.
I'd like to make a motion. for
Please.
Case number CE-25-0929, that a violation has occurred, assess a fine of $250, administrative fee of $250. Property owners to comply by April the 1st, 2026, or a $250 per day fine thereafter.
I'll second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0.
The next case is for the same address, same property owner, and it's case number CE-26-0074. We are asking for an order of enforcement with double fees on this safety hazard violation. They were found to be in violation of sections 11.9.1 swimming pool protective perimeter fence. There's no safety barrier around the pool. And even after talking with, having a conversation with them, they haven't made an effort to secure the swimming pool. In fact, where the latch sits on the gate, there's more damage as we speak today, and I'm very worried about this. They also removed the posting that we put there to alert people that there's a safety hazard.
Yeah.
They took it down, and then the gate has some straps missing. So this is a worrisome. We need a maximum penalty on this to make this property owner do what they're supposed to do to secure the pool.
And let me ask you a question, Doreen. The picture that's on here that shows the view into the back of the pool area, the pool is full of water, correct?
Yes.
And it doesn't have a pool fence around the pool, nor does it, and it has a disrepaired fence that's adjacent to the building.
Yes.
And in addition to that, I think I see also a toy floating in the pool, correct? So in essence, it could be an attractive nuisance for a child to go towards that through this hole that would be big enough for an adult, a large adult to go through.
Very unsafe situation, yes.
Okay, just want to make sure.
The only way we can go higher than the 250 is if the board finds the violation to be irreparable or irreversible in nature. Michael?
What was that?
I have to turn to the attorney. So glad you're here. The only way, according to the approved fine sheet, that we can go higher than the 250 is if the board finds that the violation is irreparable or irreversible in nature. I don't think he's qualified.
Well, but before Michael answers, could I add to your question?
Please.
Which is, can we do if you find them in violation, do the fine retroactive to the notice of violation, because this should have been taken care of compliance date of the violation, which was March the 8th.
Now legally, we can't, no. They have to be.
They have to be given time to come.
So we answered the second part of the question. The first part of the question, I don't know what the standard would be if it, the irreparable or irreversible.
Yeah. Right.
But they're not.
Oh, that's just,
Well,
In a safety hazard situation or health hazard situation, irreparable or irreversible is almost imminent.
I'm sorry, it's almost,
If it's gonna swimming pool and dive,
right.
then it's a lot of liability to the city.
Well, what we've done in those circumstances, but mostly they've been either abandoned properties or whatever, is that we've gone in and taken care of this and abated the problem. Right. I mean, I guess these people are living there, right?
Tenants living there.
Steph,
This is not a homestead.
Oh, okay. So why don't we just abate it so we can get somebody out there to do it like now?
You can give the order to abate and I'll present it to the manager tomorrow.
Yeah. In addition to the fines, yeah, I'd like to see us go in and abate it. This makes me crazy. We are the #1 drowning capital. Oh, my God.
I spoke with the owner, this week, and he said he was gonna take care of it. Never did. So,
And we noticed that it's getting worse. It's now open. There's an opening. Before it was just a latch.
and they removed the warning, the red warnings that we put, they took those off.
That could have been the tenant that did that, right?
Yeah, I don't know. The tenant is not, I spoke with the tenant and he wasn't too happy that the property owner is really not keeping up the property.
Okay.
I will,
I saw some other things. I don't know if it's gonna come before us soon,
Paint, the paint. Yes.
saying.
Oh, right.
I'll ask if you can issue an express order for the abatement, because the manager also has, sometimes depending on the size of the project, has to go before the commission to ask for 3 quotations and approval. However, if this board expresses how severe or how
No,
urgent this situation is, then maybe the manager may be able to bypass that and then go back to the commission to just report it.
it's a few weeks before the next commission meeting. There is no time.
Wait.
No, take, no. So much can go south. at
Yeah.
that time.
I think our public works department may be able to repair it.
Okay.
We'll see.
Sorry. My bad.
At least they could
Okay.
put a board up. or
Yes.
Plywood up.
In case number CE 26-0074, a violation has occurred. Assess a $250 fine, $250 administrative fee. Ask that the village abate the violation as soon as possible and charge that back to the property owner. Well, but if we're having the village abate it,
Right.
that's the
That
only
is it.
reason I hadn't thought about it. 'Cause
My thought is the village is not gonna go rebuild their fence. They're gonna put a piece of plywood up there and take care of it. And they still need to go in
point.
and repair their fence. The city's not gonna get permits to repair their
Okay.
I interject. We're not here for necessarily for the fence repair or replace, but it's the protective
Barrier.
Area,
That's the-
which is not there, which is a violation.
And once
What's that?
once the village abates it, then they can come before
We'll
us
bring that
We can
case
bring it
back,
back.
right.
on
Right.
another.
So that, then there'll be no daily fines. Is that what you're saying?
Now we'll just deal with the safety aspect. The fact that the fence needs repair will be point number 2. Okay.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes 5-0. Vanessa, would you like me to repeat that? Okay, in case CE 260074, a violation has occurred, assess a $250 fine, $250 admin fee. The village to abate the safety issue as soon as possible. Charge all costs back to the property owner. And Gail second.
Next item is 7.6. This is for the address 11853 Griffin Boulevard, case number CE 25-0921. Property owner is Louis E. Gori Rafa Harris. We're asking for an order of enforcement. They were found to be in violation of section 16.14.1 double fee permits. A construction dumpster parked on the front of the yard was put there without permits, and there's still no permit in the system as of today.
Is the dumpster thing you're talking about this white thing with the wheels on it?
Yes,
I mean, it looks like a trailer. It doesn't look like a dumpster.
Things that like roofing companies use. I know when our roof was done, the dumpster looked like that. It wasn't your stereotypical huge green thing. They use a lot of, it depends on what's being done. They'll use smaller things like this.
and I did question Raphael. I almost pulled that case myself because my understanding of a dumpster is a roll-off. However, I went and read the code, and the code does include a trailer.
Does the trailer have a license plate on it?
Most trailers should have a license plate and lights.
So what if it was a trailer and would it be a violation?
Yes, because they are using it for construction debris.
How do we know that?
We see it. We saw the roof was being done, and that's what.
Yeah, they had a roof
the roof.
permit.
Yeah, they had a roof permit. The roof was being replaced, and the debris was being put in that trailer.
The exact kind of dumpster we have when we go to a roof.
I don't see, did you take any pictures of roof debris in the dumpster? Do you have any of those?
I think he has another picture that showed.
Yeah, he has a trailer that.
That thing's been there for years. It's like a refrigerated trailer or something.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, I don't see a difference between the two. As I see the picture now, I see a picture of a trailer that's not violated and a picture of a trailer that's violated because of the representation that there's roofing material in there, but I don't see roofing material in there or evidence of it. If we have a picture of it, then I would certainly consider it, but based upon what I have here, I don't see, anything other than a trailer here.
Let me see if
I saw another picture that showed that they were using it for construction debris. I did question it myself because we could have used a different code. A trailer is not allowed in property.
Because either way.
But still a trailer.
That is still a violation, but the code is different.
But that's not before us.
Didn't use that particular code because there was construction happening on the property.
And again, roofing contractors use the smaller
trailer.
pullable thingies. They're not the big gigundo things that have.
Do you have one?
The only picture I have, there's a worker's helmet.
Yeah.
I see that.
It's incriminating evidence.
Yeah.
But I have to, my testimonial is that I did witness the debris inside the trailer.
Okay. But when you witnessed it, you were there with your camera?
Yes, and I didn't, yes.
Okay.
And I spoke to the owner of property. I spoke to the owner as well when I observed the violation. I went up to him, and because we've been having this property has become a little bit of a problem with the trailer. There's another trailer that he puts, then he takes it out, then he puts it back in. So it's like we're playing a little bit of a cat and mouse game here. Yeah. So. Yeah, it was a trailer. Excuse me, a dumpster.
I have informed Public Works to go to the swimming pool tomorrow to make sure that we can fix it as quickly as possible.
You make a motion?
And those were all the cases we had tonight. Is there a motion on the last one?
To do this 7.6.
Right,
The motion.
okay.
Yes.
In EE 25-0921, a violation has occurred. Assessed a $250 fine, a $250 admin fee. Give the property owner until April 1st to pull the proper permit or a $250 daily fine. I have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed?
Opposed.
Motion passes 4-1.
Those were all the cases we brought before the board tonight.
Thank you very much for your hard work.
Yes.
Oh,
I'll second.
in February, we have to vote on. You're not good, poor thing, when we change dates. All right, I'm gonna tell you right now because we have another date change and we do like you to be here.
From personal experience, I can empathize with you. Now, I was going to say to Rodolfo, from personal experience, I can empathize about just
In May.
spacing it.
Instead of May 20th, it's May 13th. We'll remind you again in April.
Tell your wife to remind you.
Um, something here, are we gonna make a motion? I make a motion, to excuse.
Absolutely.
Gi-
I'll
gi-
second
Given that we had changed the,
the
dates.
dates.
I came close. I ran into Vanessa and she said, we'll see you tonight. And I'm like, what?
I'll second.
In favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 5.
What's the date of the April meeting and the May meeting?
April was the 15th, which for the record, I've stated that it's a possibility I may not be here.
Okay.
I will be trying to make it back, but I may not make it back.
And May is when?
May is on the 13th.
I will be here.
and
Yay.
it's on the,
It may-
I will be here for that.
Yep.
Okay.
So far, I'm good with the rest.
Um,
Okay.
no, May the
13th.
Um,
Okay, now we're
well,
That's what says in the calendar.
minutes, minutes,
minutes.
minutes. Okay,
Now, I would like to apologize to Vanessa because she had asked me that at the beginning of the meeting, I should inform the chairperson and the vice chairperson that they haven't been speaking into the microphone. Did she tell you? Okay, I forgot. She was having a hard time transcribing her minutes.
Did a great job.
absolutely.
I just had one question and I wasn't sure if it needs to be in here, if I may.
Yes.
7.3, who dissented? It says there was a 3-1, approved 3-1. Was there a dissenter?
Wasn't me.
Yes.
There was? Okay.
I think it was me.
Mike, it wasn't
It
him.
could have been.
It was Michael.
I just wasn't sure.
Oh,
I didn't have it.
Rodolfo wasn't here,
Huh?
and it was,
All right, I didn't have it noted. And then my other was, I had, was it Janie on 7.8, Judy or Janie who did the second? 7.8, was it Janie or Judy that,
I have that it was Judy.
okay, I'll go with that, and that's what's on here.
the second was Judy?
7.8, I have should be Judy. Is that what you have?
No, that's what I was asking, because.
That's what I have.
Okay.
7.6. So it's Janie, not Judy. Do you
Yeah, 7.6 is. Right, that's what I have. Anybody else? Okay, I have a few. Sure, for Vanessa. Okay, 6.3. This, next to the last sentence, All work is to be completed by the expiration date of permit or $250 daily fine to begin accruing day after expiration. Same situation on 6.4. All work is to be completed by the expiration date of permit or $250 daily fine to begin accruing day after expiration. Seven point six. The property owner was given until March 14, 2026 to come into compliance by ensuring that the paint color is approved or daily fine of $250 to commence as of March 15th. Where it got confusing is because the March 15th is down here with the work to be completed by the end of the expiration date. That March 15th should be deleted in favor of $250 will commence day following permit expiration. If it's approved on the 14th, the daily fine, and I'm sorry, if they don't get it on the 14th, then the daily fine starts on the 15th. That's the way we always do. But it's just, the 15th is down here under the work having to be done part, or I'm sorry, completed.
This is different.
Seven point eight, April 18th is a Saturday, so I'm thinking we probably meant April 15th for the deadline. And you'll be happy to know that's it.
Well, most likely due to the fact that I wasn't clearly speaking into the microphone.
These microphones, I mean, I really try, but your instinct when you're speaking to someone is to turn your head, and therefore useless.
I'm just wondering, what's the criteria for a construction fence? If a house is being gutted, and there's a pool in the backyard and all the windows and doors have been removed and it's open, should there be a construction fence?
There is a problem with that property. So tomorrow, the building official and I will be working at that property. What that property owner did was, instead of applying for a master permit, he started gutting small little portions of the inside. So when you're doing interior work, you do not need a construction fence. However, it was shocking to me when I went to the property after you reported it, that the entire property has been gutted.
Yes, and the chimney, I'm familiar, I knew the previous owners, and there was a chimney that was a structural.
Yes. Oh, there's a lot of problems.
So in addition just to being open to the pool and to the canal in the back, it's a deep pool too.
The load-bearing walls have been removed. We have a lot of stuff we are working on over there.
Okay.
I'm going there with the building official tomorrow. First thing in the morning.
Yeah, I was just mainly concerned about the fact that I
Safety.
know it's a deep.
So we have spoken with her. The permit will be reviewed for the fence at the next P&D. It will be reviewed by the next P&D. I actually told her she can, because there's a safety barrier issue, she can actually install the fence and we can continue with the process of reviewing the permit. So hopefully they'll have it up this week. Because that's another safety hazard we have right there. There wasn't an expectation even from the building inspectors for that place to be that open. all the windows are out, all the doors are out. That is like an external demo, literally.
Yeah, and anybody who just wanders inside, the roof could collapse on them.
Oh, yes, there's a problem there. It's a big one, but we're working on it.
Okay, all set. Any other questions, discussions? Motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, everybody.
How's everything going?
Busy. Yeah, busy.